Roasted garlic Parmesan fries are amazing.
Topped with extra parm cheese and fresh parsley.
These are better than even your favorite steakhouse.
Yeah!
So welcome back to How to Feed a Loon. I'm Chris.
And I'm Wesley.
My spud-tastic loon.
Totally. I'm a spud lover.
You know what? You are my spud muffin. I'll tell you that much right now.
Totally.
So we love going to a good steakhouse, of course. We love a good steak. But we also love the steakhouse side dishes.
Oh, yes.
Oh, my
like
gosh.
Like a loaded baked potato.
Yes.
But then also these steak fries.
The steak fries. They're just so, and when we do them with the garlic and the Parmesan and we bake them,
over
it's
the top.
Heavenly.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get started.
Let's do it.
Okay, so we're going to start off with potatoes.
A potato,
okay.
a spud.
We got a spud. So we've got 4 russet potatoes. These are not huge ones. You know, it really, this is a kind of a loosey-goosey kind of recipe. So you just go with whatever you got. But I don't feel the need to peel these. There's lots of nutrients in these, and then when they cook up, they're just super delicious. So what we're going to do is we've got 4 here. We're going to cut them very carefully into just slices. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut this one in half and then literally just use a nice sharp knife and be very careful and just cut yourself a wedge like that, okay? And then you're just going to continue doing this until you have got wedges from the entire potato, and then we're going to continue with the rest.
Awesome.
Okay, and here we go, just this
Yeah,
last one.
there we go.
So see
a bunch of wedges.
Potato wedges. Okay, so I'm going to carefully move this knife out of the way, and now we're going to bring these over here to the nice large bowl, and the Loon is going to doctor these up.
That's the best part about these is what I'm going to throw in here right now.
Know it.
So we've got 2 tablespoons of olive oil.
Yum.
That's just gonna get them all nice and coated, and then we have a tablespoon of unsalted butter, melted.
Butter makes everything better.
Yes.
It's gonna be my theme song.
What do you mean it's gonna be?
It is my theme song.
Then we have a tablespoon of fresh thyme.
I love having
some parm cheese.
thyme on my hands.
1/3 cup of Parmesan cheese grated.
Yum, yum, yum.
A teaspoon of salt.
Perfect.
And then a 1/2 teaspoon of pepper.
Wonderful.
Yeah, now we're just gonna mix
Mix
this
those babies
all
up. Now
up.
you may be wondering.
I kind of want to put my hands in there.
Don't do it. So you may be wondering. Now I thought they said it was garlic Parmesan. It is, and we've got these are 3 cloves of garlic that we've minced.
Yes.
But we don't like to put them because these are going to go. It just depends on how big a wedges you've got.
Yeah.
With how long this needs to bake. If they're really thin, then they could cook as quickly as 25 minutes. But ours typically go anywhere from 30 to 45, sometimes 50 minutes.
Right. Depends on your thickness.
He likes a thick wedge. But if you have that garlic in there,
a chunky wedge.
He likes a chunky wedge. He definitely does. But so we've got our temperature pretty high at 375 degrees Fahrenheit. If we put that garlic in there and it cooks for 45 minutes, it could burn. And when garlic burns, it gets acrid tasting.
Doesn't taste very good.
So we're going to add it a little later.
All right, Chris.
Great,
there
Loon.
you go.
Okay.
We are mixed.
We are mixed. And so now we're just going to put this on a nice baking sheet. Just
Perfect.
spread it out.
There you go.
Here we go. So try to get them in kind of a flat, don't stack them too much because as they cook and they lay on this baking sheet, that's what gets them really nice and crisp. And like I said, we're going to cook. So what I like to do is they really do vary. Sometimes when I make these, they go very quickly. Sometimes they take a little longer. So I check them after, I find like every 12 minutes is a good time frame.
Yeah.
And then after probably say 24 minutes is when we're going to toss in the garlic, okay?
Perfect.
All right, open up that oven. Okay, oh my God, the smell already is just to die for. So these have been going for just a little more than 12 minutes. So now what we're going to do is we use a spatula to just kind of help flip them over. You see how they're starting to get brown there?
Yeah.
That's what happens on the underside. So we're going to keep doing this until they're all flipped over.
Perfect.
Okay, so we got all these flipped over. You see they're not, they're just now starting to brown, which is what we want.
Yes.
So the Loon, you're going to put those back in the oven. They're going to go for another 15 minutes, and then we'll probably flip them again, and they'll go for another, say, 12 to 15 minutes. Now, folks, anyone who's had who's had a French fry, you know you got to have something to dip them in, right?
Yeah, of course.
So, of course, the logical thing is ketchup.
Ketchup,
That's
yep.
great. But what about a really spectacular, simple garlic aioli? I just love making aioli so much, and it's so simple. So I'm going to show you.
Sorry.
My assistant would get out of the way.
I'm trying to be a very good assistant.
You're my Vanna White. I just love it. Okay, so now we've got 3 cloves of garlic. Actually, this was like two larger cloves of garlic. And I'm just, if you've got a garlic press, that is great. That is going to just work perfectly.
There you go.
And what you're going to do is you're just going to scrape that off like that. I'm kind of doing this quickly in the interest of time.
Yes.
And then we're going to make a little paste.
That's right.
And we're going to add about a teaspoon of salt here.
And I forgot that's what you do.
Yeah. And then I'm just going to use this. Normally I would use probably the back of a fork, but I don't have one. But you know what? A spatula works really, really good. Okay? And so that just, it really is going to be wonderful to flavor this aioli. And all aioli is basically just like flavored mayonnaise, but we're going to amp up the flavor. So I've got
With a fancy name.
It's a fancy name. It's got. So I've kind of turned that into a paste. You can keep doing that.
Good.
We're going to add that into a half a cup of mayo, and then we've got a tablespoon of freshly squeezed lemon juice. Now this is my own little twist. I like to add just a little bit of Dijon mustard into it. It gives just this depth of flavor that I think is just absolutely wonderful. And then we're going to do just a little bit of pepper. Why not? And then we're going to whisk this until it comes together. And this is the most amazing, flavorful dipping sauce. So when you put it, plunge one of those fries into it, you're not going to believe.
I like to do a little ketchup and then do a little aioli.
I know. The combo is fantastic. And that's all there is to it, folks. So now we're going to put this in the fridge. You can do this way in advance. You can do this days in advance. And it's getting so close.
I know. Oh, those are looking great.
Every time they just get a little more beautiful.
Yes.
Okay, so those went for about another 12 minutes. Now let's just take a quick look. You can see they're getting that.
Those are awesome.
Like fries. So now
is the time for the garlic.
add some garlic, folks.
Yes.
Oh.
So I'm just going to sprinkle it in all the good
right places. All the right places. I'm looking for garlic in all the right places.
And then Chris is going to flip them.
Yeah.
And oh wow, these are going to be so that garlic's just going to releasing
Already
all
smelling.
of its
I know, it's amazing.
deliciousness and
Okay,
fabulous.
Fantastic. These really are, they're so close. We just need enough to get that garlic nice and aromatic, get them nice and crispy. It's going to be about another 10 minutes.
Yes.
Just when you thought these couldn't smell any better. Oh, my stars and garters.
Applause, applause, applause. Wow.
Aren't those just gorgeous? I mean,
Yeah.
all right, I'm going to plate you up here.
Come on,
Loon.
bring him over here.
That
Look
is
at that.
so spectacular. I flip for
yes.
these, and I'm telling you, they're so yummy. You could just sit here and eat the whole platter of these.
These are one of my favorite
like we
things.
normally do. I know, me too.
yes.
I know. All right. Sorry.
Come on, bring them on over.
Bring 'em on over.
Don't lose it.
I don't want to lose a single one because they're too precious. Make sure you get all that good garlic in there.
so
That
great.
garlic just started to turn nice and golden. Keep an eye on it. This went about 9 minutes.
Yes, now we have to add, obviously, a little more extra parm.
Obviously.
Yes. Chris, do you want to grab the parsley
I
there?
will. I'm going to let you.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we're going to top it with a little chopped parsley. I mean, that is, I'm telling you, that steakhouse quality.
Yeah. Then we got our
got
aioli
our
there, our
aioli
garlic
that we made.
aioli.
You can't say the word aioli.
Aioli. All right, I am going in, guys. Look at that. I'm sorry. Oh,
That is a work of art. And so easy, you guys. You're going to love making it. I'm going to have one.
a little crunch.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, that is so good.
Who needs fried?
No,
Oh my gosh.
the brightness of that garlic and the Parmesan mixed in there with the butter and the.
Don't you love how it's crispy on the outside and soft on the inside?
Yeah, I just love it. I just love it. And it's 1,000% Loon approved.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, you guys, it is. I'm gonna do a little ketchup too. That is phenomenal. Oh,
I'm gonna do a double dip. Right
Do it. I love going to steakhouses and get steaks, of course, but I love these kind of dishes. Like our cream spinach, you gotta make the cream
Oh,
spinach.
yes. And what about your ultimate mac and cheese? Watch that, and you'll die.
Gosh, you may just give up on the old steak. No, I doubt that.
No.
All right, bye everybody.
Yay,
we
thanks,
love you.
surprise.
Yay.